Hello there, Mesa View Eagles. This is Mrs. Grunbaum
And Mrs. Ortiz.
and today is Tuesday, June 9th, and we are here with your Mesa View News. We have a Spirit Day, which is kind of maybe going to be one of my favorites today. Go ahead.
I know.
What is it?
It's Taco Tuesday. So what you're supposed to do is take a picture of you with your tacos and send it to us on Instagram at Mesa View Eagles HB, or you can use hashtag Mesa View at home. So go ahead and send us your pictures of you and your tacos. It could be Del Taco, it could be Taco Bell, it could be homemade tacos, it could be tacos from
Las
wherever.
Barcas is a great Huntington Beach local restaurant. It's one of my favorite restaurants in town. Wacapia, they're taking takeout orders.
The taco truck,
the
wherever.
Taco truck,
Yeah.
Some great places. Yummy. I'm getting hungry. So I do have a tip for today, and it's a tip that I would encourage you to continue doing always. It kind of changes now that we're in distance learning and in a different environment, but it's just to really make sure that you're putting things in their place. So that means you have to create a place for them. So for when we were in normal school, kids, this would be your backpack, and making sure that there's a location for all of your papers, that it doesn't just turn into like the black hole of papers where things go and they never ever are found again, but that if you have a folder, you have those sections for each subject. If it's an accordion folder, if that works better for you, but just having a place for everything and making sure you stick with that pattern. At home, it could be maybe it's not your binder anymore, but maybe it's that your Chromebook goes in a certain place, and maybe it's that your textbooks go in a certain place, and your pens or pencils that you utilize it, just so you're keeping things sort of clutter free, and it can reduce anxiety as well. Because you know where things are, you don't have to worry when you have to get started, and it just sort of helps you also feel calmer when you go into your workspace, and eventually when we're back in school, when you go into your backpack.
Yeah, and that's a great tip, because I don't know how many kids have been in my office and we kind of have to look for something, and I'm like, oh my gosh, our backpacks. And so it's okay if you don't know how to organize, if you ask somebody to help you too. That's also a tip, because I know sometimes organization is a hard thing to do, but you can always ask for help. I love to help organize.
Good one.
Okay.
And is it your turn? Do you have
my turn? I have a cell tip.
Awesome.
To make connections with kids. So we want you guys to make connections with your friends by finding out their actual phone number, whether it be their cell phone number or their house number or whatever they use. Because I know with my kids especially, sometimes they just, message somebody on Instagram, or they message somebody on Snapchat, or all of those little apps. But it's really reassuring to be able to hear somebody's voice and to be able to talk to them and have that back and forth conversation. It's something that's reassuring to yourself, and you should really know your friends' phone numbers, or at least have them saved in your phone so you can call them.
And if it feels awkward to do that, that is like the juice of awkward adolescence. There are movies made about that awkward feeling where, can I have your phone number? And then you are nervous to call, even if it's a friend. Are they home? Are they not home? These are good anxieties. You should encourage you to try those things, because that helps you in the long run make those things less awkward.
Right, and then it teaches you how to leave a voice message and be professional. It was kind of eye-opening to me the other day. My son called his grandma on her landline, and they don't have call waiting, and they didn't have an answering machine, so he had a busy signal, and he had never heard that before and didn't really know. I'm like, you hang up when that's on because it's busy.
Was he just waiting? I don't.
Yeah, he was just kind of waiting. I'm like, no, honey. And I was like, oh, he's never really heard that before. So we had to talk.
And okay, real quick, I'm just gonna push this out there. So if you don't ever use the phone, because this could be a thing, it's kind of weird to me, but I feel like your generation kids, you just aren't used to that phone conversation. You're so much more comfortable on the text. When you call someone, the proper thing to do would be to say, hello, this is, and introduce yourself, and then ask for whomever you would like to speak to. You don't just go, is Joseph home? You say, hi, this is Stephen. I'm calling to speak to Joseph. Is he home?
Yeah.
And you would just impress the heck out of the parent and
Whoever
whoever
you're
answered the
calling.
phone. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be awesome.
All right. And
So,
I
do you have a quote?
I do. I have a quote. It is from Maya Angelou, and it is, I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. So I think that was, for all sorts of reasons, for what's going on with protests, for what's going on with distance learning and COVID. I mean, we're definitely affected and changed by the things that happen to us, but it doesn't mean we have to be reduced by it or made lesser than.
Very good, very good. So we do have birthdays today for June the 9th. We have Taylor Carlson, who is a 7th grader. And then I have my own personal shout out to my stepdaughter, Kaylee. She is, I think, 22. And then my niece and my stepdaughter are born on the same day.
Oh, wow.
So my niece, Rihanna, she's 22 also, and it's her birthday. So happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday, Taylor. I hope you're having a great day.
Yes, happy birthday. All right, and then our last just kind of reminder, we've put it out on Instagram and lots of messages home to parents, but tomorrow is going to kick off our start of our wrapping up days. It's not the end of school quite yet, but it's just our days to get some of those things out of the way so that our final wrap up days are a little easier. So we're going to be doing textbook return, because our teachers are not, many of them have not been using traditional textbooks because we have so many online anyway. Any musical instrument return, picking up any items in the locker rooms if those are still there, and picking up any personal items in that may have been in the classrooms. Not all of you would have that, but some might. So we're going to be doing that starting tomorrow. So tomorrow is 8th grade, Thursday is 7th, and Friday is 6th. If there's any issues with those days, please just reach out and we can help make arrangements.
Make sure you have a mask when you come on campus.
Yes. Make sure you are maintaining social distancing. And we would like you to limit the number of people that are arriving. So really, ideally, it would maybe just be one parent and the student. And that way, especially students, helpful with the locker because they may know exactly where their locker is, and that's right, easier. And then we are going to limit the number of people on campus at a time. So if you do sort of see a line, you can always circle back around and come later, or just make sure you're lined up with 6 feet social distancing. It should be pretty quick, but we want to make sure we're being safe through all of this as well.
All right, that sounds good. Good reminders.
Yeah, and so with that, we hope everybody has a wonderful day, and we're going to go ahead and sign off. So remember to stay sharp,
stay positive,
and stay
engaged, Eagles. Have a great Tuesday.
Bye, everybody.